Good morning, VC. It's Monday morning. This is Glen Kellaway from the basement. Time for my second installment of the weekly wrap up. I'm looking forward to doing this now. This is kind of cool. Just to, I don't know, tell you what the heck's been going on in the basement for a week. Trust me, it isn't much, but we'll try and at least get together and chat. Maybe you guys can watch a few videos that you didn't see, check out a new TV show. We'll figure something out. Anyway, let's start with Monday. I'm not going to go day of the week, but just happened Monday night. I watched Chris Blues Vinyl Guy, one of my favorite guy, fellow Canadian. Love Chris. Blues, man, if you want to know anything about the blues, ask Chris. Watch his channel. He did a live feed on Monday night, just shooting the breeze, playing blues music. It was really enjoyable. I jumped on and chatted back and forth with the comments, and he played a few songs that I suggested. Coco Taylor is someone that I'm really interested in now. I've been looking for an album, a vinyl album called Queen of the Blues, Coco Taylor. Man, it's hard to find. I mean, if you want to pay, I'm sure you could find it if you want to pay whatever amount of dollars for it, but just to find it affordable for, the average guy, it's ridiculous. So I ended up ordering the CD. It's coming this week. Looking forward to that. But Chris did a great job. I think he posted the video, so if anybody wants to go back and watch it, they can. He's doing kind of regular live feeds. He's not picking a day of the week, just whenever the mood suits him. So if you're a fan of the blues or a fan of Chris's, just kind of watch for that because he's such a great guy. Shannon Talks Music came up with a brilliant idea this week. Favorite album titles. Man, that was genius. So simple and so genius. A lot of people are jumping on that one. That was great. I really enjoyed that. I think album titles and album covers, they're so integral to the music in some ways. Like how many? I'm sure I bought countless amount of albums just because I walked in and was intrigued by the covers and by the titles of the albums. Amazing video, Shannon. Great idea. My nephew Jack, JT Media. Please subscribe. It's capital J, capital T, capital M, all joined together. Media, like JT Media. It's all one word. He came up with a good response thread this week. A band that released two albums in the same year. Compare the two albums. Which one's better? What's different about them? It's kind of, I thought, really interesting. I'm going to do that one today or tomorrow. I'm going to do a response for it. I know a couple other people that I forwarded the video to were going to join in too. So, but great idea, Jack. I really like that one. Jeff Calico Silver last night uploaded a video on 15 questions for Beatles fans. That's right up my alley, man. He's a huge Bob Dylan fan, and I think he's more. I'm sure I know he appreciates the Beatles, but he's definitely not passionate like he is about Dylan. But he hit all the right buttons for me because that's I got Bob Dylan and the Beatles up on this pedestal that's way higher than any other artists, and they all kind of fall somewhere below that. So this was great. I'm gonna be doing a response to that this morning as soon as I finish this. Sam St. John is a relatively new channel. Sam and then ST period John, Sam St. John, if you haven't subscribed to his channel. He does a lot of reviews on records and stuff. He's pretty cool. He's got really good variety of music that he enjoys. He's got a new video out on the Zombies Odyssey and Oracle, and a review of that album, which is a great album. Chris Propfy, my friend Chris from Poughkeepsie, New York. You picking your toes in Poughkeepsie? You picking your toes in Poughkeepsie? Anybody know what movie that's from? The French Connection. Does that give you the answer? Feed My Vinyl Addiction is the name of his video. And it's getting a lot of responses too. It's like, pick 5 albums that you think other people should have in their collection. I'm going to do that one too. I love that idea. It's always nice to get turned on to new music. Yeah, that's so. Yeah, there's some great videos that are going on right now. Contests. Miranda Holter, the great Miranda Holter, one of the nicest people on the VC. I haven't done her video yet. I'm going to do a contest entry for that. Michael at Noted and Archived. He's celebrating 500 subs. He has a contest going on, which I have done. I just found out this morning. Physical Format Rock and Roll. Just passed 300 subs. His name's Gary, and he's doing a contest. I'm not sure if I'm subscribed to Gary's channel. I'm going to check this morning on my list, things to do list. Yours truly. I did a video last week on my favorite top 20 favorite Bob Dylan songs. So check that out. Like I said, worship Bob. What else is going on? New records. I've got a couple albums in this week. If anybody remembers, a couple of months ago I did this video and I was really upset about missing these lightning deals on Bob Dylan records at Amazon. I'd never heard of a lightning deal before, and some people commented that, yeah, they have them, watch for them, and I wasn't aware, and I didn't know how they worked, and I missed out on, I put some records in my cart, and then all of a sudden they disappeared, and they were all well below cost. I think I would have saved myself like 50% if I would have ordered them. Anyway, Amazon, I don't know, I guess it's the same in Amazon.com it is in .ca up here in Canada. They have a deals center. If you click on that, you get warehouse deals. So it's like returns and stuff, I guess. I don't know, that are still okay to ship. They're just open packages and whatever. I picked up 2 records on warehouse deals. One, $29.99, Harvest, Neil Young. This is the 2009 Archives reissue, 180 gram vinyl. It sounds fantastic. When I got it, it had a lot of dust on it, and it was really noisy, really noisy. I played it, I cleaned it, and then I come back and played it, and I'd say I probably took about 75% of the noise off of it, and then cleaned it a second time, and I'd say I'm at 90%. So I'm going to do another cleaning, and I think I've got myself a pretty expensive record for $29.99. The other one I picked up at the warehouse sale is this Garcia record, another one. This is the 75th birthday reissue. These aren't cheap records. You can buy them, but I'd say 40 some dollars probably. I'm just guessing. I know what they are up here in the US, maybe they're cheaper, I'm not sure. But in great shape. It's brand new. The vinyl's brand new. Now, what I'm scratching my head about, the Tom Petty Wildflowers reissue from last year. Incredible. It sounds amazing. I've got the 2 album set. They have, there was a big deluxe 7 vinyl set. It sells in Canada for about $260 to $270. The warehouse has one in stock for $130, but I think there's a lot of damage to the cover. You can kind of look at a little blurb. The blurbs don't tell you as much as you'd like. I wish they'd show photos. I'm so tempted to order at half price, man, but I guess, do I care whether the cover's screwed up as long as the vinyl's good? But I just keep, it's still there, and I'm, oh man, I don't know whether to do it. I might be disappointed. I'm not sure if I can do a return on those items or not. Maybe that's what I need to find out first. But if I can return them, I should probably order it and see what kind of shape it's in, because whatever, it'd be nice to have that 7 album deluxe set. That's it for new records this week. One thing I want to talk about, we're talking about records. we're in a shutdown here. Like, I mean, everything's closed. You can curbside at restaurants and certain stores. Some of the big box stores are open, the Walmarts, Costco, grocery stores, liquor store, pharmacies. Other than that, they're telling you to stay home. It's almost like martial law. Stay the hell home. So we haven't been leaving the house. I used to like going to frequent a couple of places that sold used records, and you could pick up, uh, just an average title. Nothing. You're not finding like a butcher cover or anything for $5, $6, $7. But I've lost that ability to do that now because we're stuck at home, and I'm going on the internet looking at used vinyl. Does anybody but me think that people are asking way too much for used vinyl on the internet? Like, I understand if it's a collector's item, but just, a lot of albums just aren't, and they're not worth $20. I'm sorry, $20 plus shipping. It's insane. I mean, I think we're at a bit of a deficit or kind of a disadvantage here because if we try and order from the U.S., we've got to deal with exchange and shipping, which dramatically increases. So maybe it's not so bad for you guys south of the border. You can order a $10 record and it's shipped to you for $5 and you got it for 15 if you want it. That's not too bad. But here, a $10 record is you got to add 40%. If you can find a $10 record, so even $20 record, you got to add 40% for the exchange. So now we're at what? Oh man, help me with math. $20 records now 30, and then shipping. It's it's a $40 record before it gets here, so it's just insane for used vinyl. So I'm really kind of bummed that I can't add to my collection, but I guess things will turn around eventually. Oh, stop it.
Check your Wi-Fi network.
Okay. TV. I don't know if you guys are TV addicts. I'm retired. I watch. I'm more in sports. Like that's really what I watch. 90% of my TV watching is sports. But I do like at least having one kind of series to watch off of Netflix or HBO or something. And right now I'm hooked on His Honor with Bryan Cranston from Breaking Bad, and he was Tim Whatley on Seinfeld. He's had quite a career, that guy. I'm really enjoying His Honor. It's a great show. I don't know if anybody's watched it, but very cool. It's about this respected judge in New Orleans whose son kills a kid in a hit and run, and then they find out that the kid that he killed is the son of a mobster. So then they try and hide the crime, and then the whole thing just, blows up in their face. Of course, it wouldn't be TV if it didn't. So, but really good series. I'm really enjoying that. I think I'm on episode 6. I think there's 10 episodes. It's a continuing series. It's being filmed now, so I'm not sure how long it goes for. But if you're looking for something cool to watch, the time waste, it's pretty good. Be remiss if I didn't mention Larry King. Who didn't watch Larry King live on CNN? I don't know. I loved Larry's show. We watched it all the time, especially during the OJ murder trial. Oh my God, we were glued to that. And anyway, Larry always had great guests on. Although when he had Paul and Ringo on, he called Paul George or Ringo George. Larry, they said, never prepared for an interview. He just asked questions. So I always felt that he asked lightweight questions, and that's why people didn't mind going on the show, because they knew they weren't going to get challenged. But they could go and plug their book and do whatever. It'd be a nice interview. But anyway, I really loved Larry King's show, and sad that he passed away. I think, they're not saying, but I think it was COVID. What else? Sports. So Sunday, yesterday. My God, what a day in the Kellaway household. My wife and I are both big sports fans. 1:00, the Toronto Raptors are playing the Indiana Pacers. Not a huge basketball fan, but I'm a huge Toronto Raptors fan. So I just kind of follow my team. I can't watch the Clippers and the Pelicans play. I don't. I just don't have any passion. But I do love my Raptors, and I love March Madness for some reason. College basketball is very cool. It's just so fast paced, and especially March Madness is awesome. But getting back to the Sunday, uh, watch the Raptors at 1 o'clock till 3. Then the Packers and the Bucks started at 3 o'clock. Now I'm going back and forth from the Raptors to the Bucks, trying to see because the Raptors game ended like 102 to 101 or 103, 102 or something. It was a pretty exciting game. And then I'm kind of trying to keep on top of the football game. So I watched that, and the Bucks.
Please check your Wi-Fi network.
The Bucks upset the Packers at home. Then my Toronto Maple Leafs, who are my favorite sports team of all time since I was like this big, um, they were playing in Calgary on at 4 o'clock. So now I'm turning on the Leaf game, and then I'm turning back to see what's happening in the football game. Then it's crazy. Then we taped the Bills game, which was coming on against KC at 6:30. So we taped that, PVR'd it, so we could start it late, so we could watch the end of the Leaf game. So the Leaf game ended like 7 o'clock, and then we were watching the Bills and Chiefs until freaking bedtime. And what a day! Like, I mean, if you're not a sports fan, you would have hated me, but if you are, you would have enjoyed being in the basement yesterday. Books. I got to tell you, I love music biographies. I just finished this wonderful book, Reckless Daughter, David Yaffe, Joni Mitchell, Portrait of Joni Mitchell. What a great book. Really enjoyed this. I've read another book on Joni. I should have brought it out to show you because I didn't like it. It was like the woman was trying to get in Joni's head, and I don't know. It was like a deep psychological analysis of Joni Mitchell or something. I thought it was an awful book, but this book was really good. Tells about her life, and it goes kind of in stages with the music she was working on at the time when she's an artist, recording artist, and where she was at personally when she was making the records and the songs that kind of, because Joni's an open book in her songs, and it was just really an excellent read. If you're just, oh man, I got to do something about this. Hope that worked. My apologies. Reckless Daughter, Joni Mitchell. If you're looking for a good music biography, this is an excellent one. Right now I'm halfway, 3/4 of the way through this book, Deep Blues by Robert Palmer. If you just are a music historian in any way, this is fantastic. It goes right back to the slave days and bringing over the slaves from Africa and how they worked in plantations and how the different regions of Africa had different rhythmic uh, qualities to what they were doing to entertain themselves in the fields and at night, and kind of the birth of the blues, right? Some of it they called like blues hollers, and really, really interesting. And then it goes into Charlie Patton and Willie Brown and Robert Johnson and Muddy Waters, and really excellent book. I learned a lot from this book, Deep Blues. I've ordered a couple other books. I'm on this site called bookoutlet.ca. I'm sure you guys in the States could probably order from it too. But man, if you just plug in, if you're like music biographies, just plug in a name. I've picked up like a dozen books from these guys. I'm loving it, and they're so cheap. Like I bought Keith Richards' book Life, which is a great autobiography, and I'd read it when it came out, and somehow I don't know if I lent it to somebody and never got it back, but I don't have it anymore. And then it's on there for like $4. I think I bought it on sale, and the paperback version, and I bought it just to put it in my collection. I'll probably reread it at some point because it's been a few years since I read it. But I picked up a lot of books on the Rolling Stones, a great one on Brian Jones, Kenny Jones, who was in the Faces and the Who, and the Small Faces. His autobiography was fantastic. I got that for like a hardcover for $4 or $5. They just got great deals on books. So just check out bookoutlet.ca, plug in your favorite artist, and there's lots. I got 2 Bob Dylan books on the way, written by a guy named Ian Bell. Now there's 2 volumes, Bob's early life, and then right up to Blood on the Tracks, and the second volume from Blood on the Tracks to current. And both books got really good reviews on the internet. One's called Time Out of Mind, and I can't remember the name of the first one. Once Upon a Time, maybe. But Ian Bell is the author. So, yeah, that's great. And one last thing. Every week, I want to do a record that I've been enjoying. My listen of the week and the video. I love this record. I've heard comments on the internet. Nick Mason, Saucer Full of Secrets. Live at the Roundhouse. I saw this concert live in Toronto. Fantastic show. The music was incredible. The musicians were incredible. I've heard comments made in the radio that people consider this kind of like it's almost like a cover band doing Floyd stuff. But what it was Floyd doing pre-Dark Side songs. So all Syd Barrett stuff. And so if you're into any from metal back to Piper, if you like that music, they do an incredible job. It's a beautiful sounding record. It's just beautifully presented. Ooh, look at that. That's psychedelic. It's wonderful. Being a bass player, I love the bass player Guy Pratt, who also has a biography, and I've misplaced that book. One of the best biographies I've ever read, even if you don't know who Guy Pratt is. He's got a great sense of humor. He played in Floyd after Roger left, so he did all the 80 tours and stuff like that, and played with various bands. He's played with Robert Palmer, played with a lot of people in a lot of new wave bands and stuff like that, and his story is just fantastic. He has a great way of telling a story. It's humorous. Guy Pratt, look up his biography if you're interested. But anyway, this album is fantastic. It really is fantastic. Set the Controls to the Heart of the Sun. I mean, what else is on here? Could I find the lineups maybe on the... There's Guy Pratt there. Fantastic bass player. Gary Kemp. I can't remember what band he was in. He's a well-known guy. My apologies. Someone can enlighten me. Man, they don't say the songs for some reason. That's weird. It's got the same psychedelic kind of thing on there. I wonder if there's an insert that I'm missing out on here. It would almost seem that there has to be. No. That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Okay, but anyway, this is one fantastic album, and I've been playing the hell out of it this week. I got it for Christmas from my wife. So, yeah, that's it. That's all that happened this week, and I hope that was entertaining enough. You spend a few minutes with me on Monday morning. I really appreciate it if you do. And we'll see you through the week with some videos, and definitely see you next Monday. So peace out, everyone. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching.